Stefano. You are listening to Voice of Aroha from Wellington Access Radio 106.1 FM. And today we have a very special episode. Now I will introduce the guests who are in the studio, and some of them just have one more guest joining over Zoom. It is going to summer, and this will be kind of very special episode and the last episode. So you guys who are listening, you can listen it on Wellington Access Radio, and also you can watch it as a video we are recording on social media. So today, my guest in the studio, I wanna say the name and they will introduce themselves. Khadra, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having us. I'm Khadra. I am the secretary for the National Islamic Youth Association. I also work in Wellington City Libraries. So I work amongst books and the community. And I really enjoy what I do. Alhamdulillah.
Very welcome and very talented young person. So we're glad to have you here today. And we had you also before, so you're a good writer.
Yes.
Another guest, Sahadin. How are you, Sahadi, today?
Kia ora, Kajreen. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Sahadi. I work with the Ministry for Culture and Heritage in the Communications, and I am NIA's social media coordinator. Thank you so much for having me.
Lovely to have you. Thank you for coming. And another guest who is joining us over Zoom. Noor, can you introduce yourself and how are you today?
I'm feeling good, booming all the way from here in Auckland. Assalamu alaikum, kia ora, my name is Noor. I'm the digital coordinator for NIA, and I've just graduated from Auckland University from studying screen production and communications.
Oh, that's great. Very welcome. Very welcome to all three of you, and we are glad to have you here. So tell us, people who are watching and who are listening, what is National Islamic Youth Association? Tell us about the history, when established it, and who exists in the team, the executive team, and more what you guys do.
Well, the National Islamic Youth Association, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the first national association of its kind for Muslim youth in New Zealand.
Yep.
I think we recognised the need for a national voice for Muslim youth. I think we definitely needed a network that connected all Muslim youth around New Zealand, empowering them, giving them spaces where they can connect with others, meet like-minded people, meet people who look just like them and have this similar shared lived experiences, and really just to be able to give them some opportunities to grow as well as to represent them at a national and regional level.
Definitely. And how is the response of the youth from Muslim communities? Are they joining this? Are they aware about the organizations and your work you do, guys?
Yeah, I think so far very positive. We've had a lot of people jump on board and give their support. We represent Muslims in New Zealand, Muslim youth, and I feel like we're doing really well in that regard. I think it's reflective of the people who've joined us.
Oh, that sounds great. And what kind of activities you do for the youth, for Muslim youth?
Yeah, there's a handful of stuff that we've done.
We got established just this year, so we are still very new, and unfortunately because of the COVID situations we haven't had the chance. We're meant to have our launch this year, but unfortunately COVID got in the way, so we didn't necessarily have any physical events that we planned for this year. But even though we've actually planned lots of meetups over Zoom. We had mental health workshops as well. Workshop? We had, what else did we do this year? Trying to go over the things. I think most of our work so far has been online because of the COVID situation. Right now we've been focusing more on the advocacy part.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we haven't had much time to focus on the connecting with other people face to face. Most of the work has been through social media.
Right. Yeah, and I think the year of COVID was challenging for all of us, and especially for such a youth organization who started this year. So tell us more about kind of challenges you face it. Which one of them the COVID? But there's any other challenges you face, the response from a community or the partners or the funding, any other things in your way? Any one of you can answer?
I think with COVID, that's probably our biggest challenge because we're really new, but we really wanted to leave our mark and have like all these big events happening. Inshallah, we do have a lot more happening and planned next year. But because so many of our things have, aren't happening now because of COVID, it meant we had to really adapt how we work and move to advocacy.
Yeah.
So one of the things we did was put up a petition against racism at Wellington East Girls, an incident that happened. And we've also, done the mental health workshops. A lot of adaptation just had to happen. So we just had to, work with what we had, and
Yeah, lovely. Can you all tell us more about the team? Who are in the team and where are they from?
Yeah, we've got a quite diverse team. I think about a team of 14 at the moment. 13? Oh yeah, sorry,
Wow.
a team of 13 at the moment.
That's great.
Yeah, very diverse. So we've got one in South Island. We've got a few scattered in Wellington and in Auckland. I believe ethnically we were pretty diverse as well.
Yeah.
We've got couple Asian members, of course, Kadro, who is Somali.
Yeah.
A few people from
Lebanese.
Pakistan.
Arab.
Yeah, Lebanon, or Lebanese.
Yeah, I think we're
And,
trying to be as representative as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's very great combination. So and the purpose you're having this organization when you started is to empower the voice of young Muslim youth
it's correct.
Yeah.
in Aotearoa. So that's really lovely. How do you think that's been received by the other organization or the wider community? Have you faced any kind of encouragement or maybe some other discouragement? What was the response when you analyzing until now? How was the response when something like this come up to represent the youth? There was any objections or was going more supportive way?
I think generally we've had really good feedback come from the community. I think from a lot of the people in the community, they really do see the youth as, of course, we are the next generation. So they're really happy that, what I've found personally is that people have been really happy to see this new wave of youth coming to make change and really just coming to make this new space that never existed before for Rangatahi Muslim in Aotearoa. Did you guys have any other experiences or any other?
Yeah, everyone I meet just give us lots of praise about what we're doing, and what Nia is doing is providing a gap of providing a place where youth can come together as Muslims, because before the only place where you can celebrate your identity with other groups of people is usually in an MSA in a university, but outside of that there isn't a space for Muslim youth. And so we are in a way scattered in pockets and small groups all over New Zealand, and NIA is the only organization that is aiming to unite us all.
That's great. And you said in your team you have kind of 13 members, but do you have this organization based on membership like the other youths who join, or the 13 are just executive?
Yes, we have 13 executive members, and then anybody between the age of 16 to 30 can join as general members, which means they get newsletters, they can volunteer with us, really keep up to date with what NIA is doing, and anybody who falls outside of those age brackets, so under 16 or over 30, is a supporting member.
I believe so, yeah.
So they can still join and support NIA in other ways. Yeah.
Great. So my next question is to you, each one of you, about what are your hope? What do you want to see that from NIA? What to be like? What kind of change you want to see in the society? We start from.
Yeah, I mean, speaking from personal experience, I've always struggled with not having really one place to belong. I think if back when I was in high school, if the NIA had existed, it would have been really, really awesome to have been able to join a community where I can connect with people who have shared lived experiences, who know the same struggles that I went through. And I think the main change that I'd really love NIA to make is honestly just to foster a community, a national community for Muslim youth across Aotearoa.
Great. And Khadra, how about you?
I think calling ourselves National Islamic Youth Association might be quite bold, but it gives me a lot of hope in some ways, because like Sahadi said, when I was younger, it was being Muslim is quite almost like you feel like an outsider in some ways, especially when you try so hard to fit in, and you're born and raised in the society, and it's really hard to find your footing. So what I really hope Nia to accomplish is just give home to people who might feel like outsiders, because as we try and be as representative as possible, so I want people from all walks of life who are Muslim youth to feel like Nia is a home. So I really want us to foster community, like Sahadi said, and create comfort for young Muslims and a place to go.
Yeah, that's lovely goals. And how about you, Noor? What do you want to
say? Same along the lines. I always say that as a Muslim and also a person who's from the Middle East, West Asia, I want to feel all my identities belong here in New Zealand. So my ethnic identity, my religious identity, I want it all to feel like I belong and not be an outsider in any aspect of being all these two things and more. And I really hope Nia grows to be a place where we can advocate and for people who don't feel that they totally belong, and also push for representation in media, in politics, in government, so people feel like they can work and see themselves in these high-ranking positions as a Muslim, as an ethnic identity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's lovely. And staying with you, Noor, about identity. So before Nia, or before, let's say, 15th of March, how was that challenges coming through as a young Muslim youth to you? Do you have kind of any experience? Was it positive or negative? Like, there was any challenges as a Muslim youth growing up in Aotearoa?
Being from Auckland, you would think, being so diverse, you would think I'll feel a lot more comfortable being someone from an ethnic minority. But no, many times I would feel a bit nervous, or feel like people think of me a bit differently, being maybe because I have a bit of a different twang, maybe because I go to the have a drink with them after work, that they might not consider me in some certain roles. But again, and also being Muslim, there's also such a negative associations, especially being women, that you're oppressed, and I don't want to name them all, but there's some of them are so outrageous. And being from Auckland, even though people are more open to diverse communities, I'd say they haven't fully opened up and analyzed themselves until the events of March 15, where they actually looked into what stereotypes they've been ingrained in them, especially Muslim-associated stereotypes from media.
Yeah. And so do you see like Nia can bring the hope and building identity for Muslim youth to make it stronger?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like having a national organization that represents Muslim youth throughout Auckland to Dunedin is a great start to do that.
Great, thank you, Noor. And Khadro and Sahadin, right?
Sahadi.
Sahadi,
Yeah.
Sorry. Because we have Salahuddin in Arabic, I think. So is it like your name coming from that or different?
No, I think it was derived from Arabic actually, but don't ask me the meaning. I can tell you.
Yeah, because maybe is it Salahuddin? Is it different than Salahuddin? Or no?
It's definitely different than Salahuddin. Salahuddin is such a famous, I believe it's a famous artist name. But Sahari, you can't, it's Sahari. Sahari is Sahari.
Thank you, Noor.
Okay, so coming to you, Khadra and Sahari, about your identity things, like how much is important for you and how much is important for Nia, who created this national voice to bring youth from Muslim communities across to each other. So identity, how much is important to you?
Yeah, I think identity is really, really important, right? I think like having a sense of belonging, a place where you feel you can call home, a community that you can call yours, I think this is all so paramount to, I guess, just being who you are. I think from my own experiences, like growing up, being born and raised here in Wellington, it can get a bit hard. It kind of feels like you're juggling a few plates almost, in terms of like who you are at home, who you are perhaps at the masjid, and who you are at school. So yeah, again, like it is really important, and it's definitely something that we do want to foster here in terms of in our work with Nia, where we're making this community, we're making this home, and we're saying, hey, look, we know your experiences, we have lived it, we know the struggles, join us, connect with us, and we're in it together.
What's
Yeah.
your thought?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Sahadi. Like, I think when you're young, so the youth, our target audience, a lot of that age group typically is the one that feels, I think, struggles identity the most, because you're old enough to, you're old enough to go to school and you see those around you, and yeah, it's really easy to feel very isolated. So for me, I think NIA is what I wanted when I was 16, 17, 18. It's just a group of people who look like me, who are just making the big changes and fostering that sense of like home and community, and doing the advocacy and doing the work and representing me, I guess. I think NIA is just what we all wanted when we were young. So we just want to be that now.
And on that,
Absolutely.
yes, no, you want to add
I just
something?
want to add to that. Yeah. I remember, like, as a kid in high school, all I wanted was to just blend in.
Yeah.
And I had that mindset even after graduating from high school. And I hope NIA will be that advocacy and voice of saying that it's okay if you stand out, it's okay if you wear a hijab on your head, it's okay that you're the only one with a pita bread. Because I was always the only one with having like a pita bread sandwich with everyone with like toasts, and people felt weird, like, are you having shawarma during lunch? I'm not, I am. And I remember feeling so embarrassed about it, but I just hope now NIA would be the voice where people will be confident who they are and from where their parents and ancestors came from, and not want to blend in and want to be who they are, comfortably and with a lot of confidence. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So on that, I will jump in this time to Khadro about, so what's your message to the young people who are listening? So imagine yourself and now when you're young, which is still, you are still young, but what's your message to the audience and also to the NIA as well?
Yeah, I think I can only speak for myself, I guess, but as an executive member of NIA, I think the message is like, we're here for you, we speak for you, and we want Muslim youth, like Noor said, from Northland to Southland, to know that we're here for them, and we advocate on their behalf, and we really want to be the voice of change that they want to see. We want to be able to go into spaces that they feel like they can't, so whether that's government or schooling or whatever it is, and just be representative for them. So I joined NIA because I wanted to see that kind of change. So that's what.
Right. Yeah. How about you? What's your message?
What I want all Muslim youth out there to know is that NIA is here for you again, as Khadro says. We know that you have a voice and that you absolutely deserve to be heard. Use us as your voice. We will speak to you. I will speak for you and listen to you, whether you're living in the South Island, North Island, no matter where you are. We're here for you, both regionally and nationally. We're here to listen to your issues and advocate for you. So please join us, connect with us. We'd love to speak to you.
Yeah, and we also create platforms. So we don't want to speak for you if you don't want us to. We can create platforms for you to get your message out as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lovely. How about you, Noor? And also tell us how the people can find NIA and how they can join.
Sorry, what was the first question again?
What's your message to the young people who are listening now?
Okay, I'd say again, every aspect of your identity should be seen, should be heard, and deserves to feel safe wherever you are. And if you don't, there's an organization called NIA you can reach out to. And we're not just a tool, we're also a community. So if you join us through, you can go to our website, nia.org. It's spelled NIYA.org, and nia.org. Is it .nz?
org.nz, yeah.
We just launched our new website recently, so it's .org.nz. Go on there, and there's a membership form they can fill out, and you can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where we regularly update and post stories and posts.
That's great, lovely, thank you. for that, Noor. And we will also share the website, and thus we will tag you on social media, so people who are listeners who are also following Voice of Faroha on social media, you can, when we share the poster, you can find the website of NIA there and click on it on their social media to join them. So we are coming kind of the end of the time, but I want to go through each one of you, give you a time, and also ask you about what's next for NIA. Like what kind of activities or announcements you have. This mic for you, and just share what you want to share with the audience.
Yeah, all I can say is there's a lot coming, a lot planned, and really watch the space. One of the big things we have planned is a really big writing show that's coming forward that I'm going to help create. So yeah, there's just a lot of fun things happening. So just watch the space, I guess.
Yeah, definitely want to reiterate that. Definitely watch this space. Definitely sign up. Once you sign up with us, you will receive our newsletter, so you will get updates on what's happening, when it's happening, and also what's coming. Again, we've got some, I think, a writing show or exhibition upcoming. We've got, I think, some future mental health workshops as well prepared.
Videos.
And some videos, some online content. It's on its way, inshallah. But yeah, just connect with us.
Lovely. Noor?
Yeah, so we're also having a vaccine advocacy video coming up, and we're looking for Aucklanders to come and join us. So we plan for the video to be fully multilingual. So we're looking for people of different languages, people who speak Urdu, Bahasa, Somali, Turkish, Maori, Samoan, Tongan. So we're really looking for a big range of languages to feature in the video. So if you're an Aucklander, please go to our Facebook or Instagram. There'll be more information up there.
Lovely. Thank you so much. We are coming to the end of the show. I want to just say big thank you for all of three of you coming to our show. It was a privilege to have you and hear about this great organization and your work, your Mahi. Keep it up, and we are looking forward more to host you maybe more in futures when you have more events and things like that, so we can announce it in the social media and support it as a community so people can join. Thank you again, and have a lovely week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, audience. This was we are ending this great episode of season 2, so you can listen this on the radio and as well on our social media, and follow our social media to know when we will start season 3 with the new programs and also lovely guests to join us for next year 2022. Thank you so much, and also thank you for our sound engineering Hamid for on behind the scenes, who is busy now. Thank you, and have a lovely week. Bye.